Hi everyone, Ashley here and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today's speed card making video will be showing how to make this beautiful holiday card with focal ink blending. And this is blending a background with a focal point in the middle, which really draws your eye into the center of the card, and I think it's really beautiful. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm starting by blending my background, and this is where the focal point comes into play. The key to doing this is to blend your colors in a circular fashion, starting with your lightest color. So in this case, I'm using Tumbled glass, which is a beautiful light blue, and I'm just using some ink blending foam to blend that on. Then you go to your middle color and blend this around the light color. So in this case, it's Salty Ocean, and I'm going back and forth, blending between the Salty Ocean and the Tumbled glass to make it really seamlessly beautiful. Finally, you add your dark color around the very edges, and in this case, I'm using Chipped Sapphire, which is this really nice dark blue. And again, you want to make sure that you're going back and forth between your medium and your dark, as well as your light and your medium, to really blend all the colors together. And make sure that your light kind of blends into the center focal point, where you want no ink. So the key to this technique is really to make sure that there's no ink in the center. Make sure that your lightest color blends into nothing, and that allows for the focal point. I wanted some ink splatter on my background, and I wanted to make sure that that center focal point stayed blank with no splatter. So I covered it with a piece of paper, just as a really rough cutout mask, and then I was able to splatter my paint onto the edges. And then when you take off the mask, you can see that the splatter went onto the ink blended portion, but not onto the focal point. I really wanted that focal point to be completely plain and completely blank, and you get that beautiful shimmer from the splatter. Now it's time for the card to start coming together. That ink blended background is going to act as sort of the sky in this scene, and I'm adding a Hillside border die cutout piece with some sparkle cardstock onto the bottom to act as the hill. I'm popping that whole thing up onto foam using some double-sided tape onto a dark blue card base, which I thought just really nicely complemented that beautiful blue sky. I have some critters that I'd actually already previously stamped and colored and cut out. And these critters are from Fawn's Toboggan Together stamp set, which is an older stamp set, but it's really adorable, and you can have this penguin kind of pulling the little deer along in his toboggan, which is really cute. I went ahead and cut out some snowflakes using Fawn's Snowflakes dies out of the same sparkle cardstock as I used for the hill, and I'm just using some liquid glue to glue them down onto the card front here so that they look like they're falling in the sky. Finally, I'm going to use some foam squares to adhere the little critters onto the card front. This allows them to have a little bit of extra dimension and sort of pop up from the front of the card a little bit. I'm also connecting them together with that cute little rope image that comes in the stamp set as well, and just gluing that onto the hand of the penguin and onto the front of the toboggan to make it look like it's sort of connecting between the two critters. The final step of this card is to add the sentiment. So to do that, I'm heat embossing one of the sentiments from Fawn's Winter Scripty Sentiments stamp set, and in this case I'm using Warm Winter Wishes, onto a piece of navy cardstock, and this matches with the card base. I used some Hero Arts white embossing powder, and now I'm using my heat setting tool to melt that embossing powder and create that beautiful shiny white sentiment. I'm also popping up the sentiment banner onto some foam squares to give it equal dimension to the critters. And there you have it. That is the card for today. This was a super quick speed card making video, but I think that this focal ink blending technique is really nice and really versatile. It could be applied to almost any card design, and it just allows the images on your card to really pop. So I'm sure that you'll be seeing more videos with this technique in the future. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this short, snappy speed card making video. And if you want to see more, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, as well as check out my Instagram, which is linked down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!